Do you find you're needing to pick up long lengths of fly line off the surface of the water, but you're having difficulty getting the distances you want? I'm going to show you how you can do that. My name is Captain Chris Myers of Orlando Fly Casting Lessons in Central Florida Fly Sight Fishing Charters. I've been a charter guide for 20 years and teaching fly casting for 15. And today's video idea comes from a viewer, Jim V, and he says that he needs to pick up long lengths of fly line with a 5-weight. So I brought my 5-weight today, and he wants to know what I thought would be a reasonable amount of line to pick up off the water. Now, every situation can have a different amount of line that you may need to pick up, but today we're going to focus on how much can you actually do, what's possible to do and still have a good presentation. And we start off with 30 feet of line, we're going to show 40 feet of line, and then 50 feet of fly line off the surface of the water. Probably not something I have to do a lot, but I'm going to show you how and if that's possible. And if it's not working for you, you're going to be able to see exactly why you're having the problem. I have the camera quite a distance away because I want you to be able to see most of the front and back cast, so you can see how these loops look on the front and the back, and when it works and when it doesn't work. And we're going to point out what I'm doing different between the ones that work pretty well and the ones that go wrong. Right now I'm only starting with about 30 feet of fly line outside my tip. And for that, it takes very little effort. When I raise this up, I flip it over the tip, back down. So that's it may be for people who are fishing with 3 weights. At the end of their range they usually use, if they're fishing anywhere near that far. But certainly for open water, lakes and ponds and saltwater fishing, that would not be a long cast. So I'm not really having to make a ton of effort to get that line off the water. I want to get all this fly line off the water right now. So my rod tip is still somewhere up in here when I get that line off the water. Now when I shoot more out, so right now I have 50 feet of fly line right about here. So there's a mark that I put on there, 50 feet of fly line. So outside the tip, we have about 41 feet of fly line, plus we have the leader. Now right now my line is not perfectly tight, so I'm going to strip it in and cast it out one more time. We're going to get that tight and bring that in at 41 feet. So here is a 40-foot cast. Now it's going to take me a little more effort to get all this fly line off the water. I'm going to pick up this way higher, up. Now it's off. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to say off. I want you to watch where my tip is when this line comes off the water. Now I'm going to do that same cast, raising my rod up this way, up over my head. And I'm going to say now when I get the line off, you'll notice it's going to be back here. And let's see the difference, what that cast looks like when I do that. Once again, I got 49 feet of fly line or so outside the tip. I'm going to go up. See how it bounces into the ground back there. If I had a hook, that's on the water. If I try to do it harder and higher, see what that loop looked like compared to the other one. It way overbends my rod because I'm having to accelerate when there's still quite a bit of line on the water. Otherwise, I'm never going to have a long enough stroke with acceleration to finish that cast. Completely ruins the back. Now when we put this out even farther, so now we have 50 feet of fly line at my tip. The fly is now almost 60 feet away. This would not be something I would normally have to pick up and lay down all the time. This would be something that I would do if there was a fish there and I don't think I can get any closer and I missed it and I had to pick it up and put it down right away. Or if you are fishing in a river or stream and you're making really long drifts and you don't want to have to strip it all the way in and put it all the way back out, then you could use this same technique. Up. Now it's shot out a bunch. Now the 50 foot is even farther outside the tip. I'm going to bring the 50 foot into the tip. Up, haul. So you could do it without hauling. It's quite a bit easier if you do haul. I have to start with a tight line, so I'm not wasting stroke, and I have to come up, 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 up. Now, I'm going to do that same cast we tried on the 40 foot by lifting up, and let's see what happens. Up, up, up. Completely ruined the loop on the back. Up, up, up. Drilling it down into the ground. Didn't shoot the line out either. That shape of that back cast is important. Let's say that I was in a river and a stream and I just wanted to pick this up, chuck it back over here, and start my drift over again. Well, if I do this cast, it didn't even come close to get straightened. I got all this at my feet. It's all in a pile right there. So I didn't really accomplish what I wanted. Let's put it back out and see what we can do when we pick this up correctly. If I pick this up correctly and get a loop going that back, I could let that go all the way out. Pick it up one stroke. You can let that go all the way out there. Is it something you need to do all the time? Probably not. But a 40 foot pick up and lay down, super common. Missed a fish, pick it up, put it right back down. Oh, he didn't quite see that's not exactly where I want, pick it up, lay it right back down. You notice all those back casts are going up, they are not going down, and I'm not overbending the rod, and I'm not having to jam on the power there by doing that. If you jam on that gas pedal at the end of that stroke and go, completely ruins that loop. If that line touches the water back there, it's like somebody's hand grabbing it, and then the forward cast never, ever works. But let's take a look at this from another angle so you can see how I'm using my rod tip to lift up, 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 up now. So I'm lifting up much higher than I ever would with a shorter cast. I'm lifting up, 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 up. Then I'm coming back in my straight line. So I'm lifting up, 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 over, over, and down. So now I have 50 foot right there. So it's 45 or so outside the tip. Now it's off. All one smooth motion. If I start with this much slack in here, I'm going to be coming all the way up here behind my head before I ever got that line off the water. We have to get the line off the water and get that tip into the track as far forward as possible if you want to pick up long lengths of line. So I'd like to know in the comments below, what would you say is your average length of line you have to pick up? And if you're using longer lengths, what are they? Is it 40 foot, 50 foot? How much would you like to be able to pick up? And if you have ideas of another video or something that you're wondering about with fly casting and you'd like to see a demonstration of that, be sure to let me know in the comments, and if I can do it, I will definitely try to help you out with that one. Give this video a like, become a subscriber to my channel so you can get all my fly casting videos. Hope this one helped you figure out how to make longer pick up and lay down casts.